Wake viewers, I'm James, and welcome to the Wake View channel. Let's see what's making waves for Sunday, July 12th, 2026. Before we get into everything today, I would like to take a minute just to introduce myself and give you a little bit of who I am and what I hope this channel will become. First of all, I really want to thank you for being here. Whether you found this video because you were looking for, you love cruising, or you're planning your next vacation, or maybe you're just curious about the world of travel and travel news, I'm really glad that you stopped by. So about me, I went on my first cruise back in 2018, and I was instantly hooked for that. I enjoy researching ships, destinations, excursions, you name it. I generally enjoy learning about travel, and I really like planning and helping other people to make the most of their vacations. I kind of snowballed that passion, and what it did is it led me into starting James Cowan Travel as a travel advisor. As I grow that business, I thought, it might be a fun idea to start making these videos and taking you all along for the journey. On this channel, I'm going to talk about cruise news, travel tips, destinations, my honest reviews about things and opinions, but I'm also going to take you along on my own trips as well. I'm not here because I think I know everything or I'm a big know-it-all. I'm here because I love to learn about travel and sharing what I find with all of you. And if I can make your next vacation a little bit easier or save you some money, or maybe just simply get you excited about your next trip, then this channel has done its job. Well, enough about all of that. Let's get on to some of these stories. I saw a few stories this week that caught my attention. I'd like to share them with you and see what you think. The first story I have comes from Royal Caribbean. Just this past week, Royal Caribbean Group President and CEO Jason Liberty, he shared that millennials now make up about half of Royal Caribbean's guests. This struck me as kind of interesting. I mean, maybe it shouldn't, but it did, because it just shows that how much cruising has changed over the last several years. For the longest time, cruises had a reputation for, being the newlywed to the nearly dead crowd, your retirees and honeymooners. But today, that's just not what we're seeing in the industry. The last couple of times I've been on cruises, I've noticed that there are more young couples and families, and definitely a lot of more first-time cruisers. So what that says to me is that that's why we're seeing all these big cruise ships being built with a lot more entertainment and innovations, and their cruise lines are creating these incredible private destinations like Royal Caribbean's Coco Key and Carnival Celebration Key. What they're doing is they're responding to what today's travelers are looking to do. It's becoming a mainstream vacation. Speaking of new big ships, our next one comes from Carnival Cruise Line. Carnival has announced that one of its upcoming Ace class ships, which is a new class for them, is going to be named the Carnival Destiny. If you've been cruising for quite a while or you've been in the biz, you know that that's a recognizable name. In 1996, the original Destiny was built, and it was the first ship to go over 100,000 gross tons. It's pretty cool to see cruise lines giving some callbacks to ships that they have since retired or renamed otherwise. Royal has done this now with Legend of the Seas. Another story I wanted to mention isn't really news. It's something that's just probably a good reminder for everybody, no matter what kind of travel you're doing. But the FBI has recently encouraged cruise travelers to stay vigilant while traveling and report any serious crimes when they occur. Now, listen, I don't think this is something that should make anyone nervous about cruising or any kind of travel. Millions of people have wonderful cruises every year without any incidents. What it does say is, excuse me, is that it's just a simple reminder to use your common sense when you're traveling. Keep an eye on your belongings. Stay aware of your surroundings. Know where your kids are. And just like I said, use common sense. Enjoy your vacation, but don't turn off your radar. An unfortunate story that caught my attention involves Virgin Voyages' Scarlet Lady in the Eastern Mediterranean right now. It's a charter cruise for LGBTQ, and it had to change some itineraries after being denied entry into scheduled ports. Earlier in the voyage, it was denied entry to 2 ports in Turkey, and now just recently it was denied entry into a port in Egypt, all because about who's on board. They didn't want those people coming off the ships and going into those ports. It's another reminder that cruise itineraries don't just change because of weather. Sometimes world events or government decisions can affect where ships are able to visit. Now, if you're someone who's cruised quite a bit, you may have experienced an itinerary change at some point or other. It's never ideal, but flexibility is key. This could happen on any cruise at any time. It's just part of cruising. Now, finally, if you're looking to book a cruise, several cruise lines continue to roll out promotions for upcoming sailings. One thing I've learned is that the lowest price doesn't always mean the best value, which is why you should always use a trusted travel advisor or travel agent. Sometimes a slightly higher fare includes drinks, Wi-Fi, onboard credit, specialty dining, or other perks that will actually save you money in the long run. That's why, again, use a good agent like me. As we go forward, I'll make sure to point those kinds of promotions out whenever I think they're worth your attention. Now, before I wrap up today, I would like to give you a little bit of a trip for travel, especially for cruising. If you're flying into your embarkation port, fly in the day before your cruise. Yes, that usually means paying for one extra night of a hotel somewhere, but that's a whole lot less expensive than missing your ship entirely because your flight was delayed. Don't try that first flight of the day. It just makes for a really long travel day. And it's just do that day before it gets you going started. Since this is our first episode, I'd really like to hear from you. I might do some mailbags, and it'd be great to answer your questions here on the channel. If you enjoyed spending a few minutes with me today, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well. Also tell all your friends and family that we're here. I'd love to have you join me as this channel continues to grow. Of course, if you're planning a cruise or vacation, I'd be honored to help you plan that along the way. Just come see us at James Cowan Travel. I'll post some stuff below. Thanks again for spending part of your day with me. And until next time, remember, wake views are always great views. Bye now.